and taco meat.
It looked horrible. I was like, gosh, I see you didn't even respond. I said, I don't blame you because that was not a picture of beauty. That was totally what it was. That was
It looked edible.
Yeah, it was edible.
Looked edible.
It was good. It really was. I had the hash browns extra crispy that I made homemade, and I'm learning how to do that with the heat and not burn them, and get them crispy so you get a crunch when you eat them, on the edges.
Yeah, they blended right in with the taco meat.
Yeah, I did. That orange and you had bad lighting and but yours always looks beautiful. You got it. I always think you're out somewhere at a fancy place to eat, but you're just at home when you send most of your pictures.
Yeah, usually right here at the desk. When I take a picture, it's right under the little the LED light. So
Mac and I send each other food porn, so just in case y'all catch y'all up.
At our age, at our age, that is our.
It porn. Is, yeah. That's exciting.
Oh man, you got some good-looking meat on that plate.
Carney, oh yeah, he got his avatar off. I'm trying to talk to him. He's busy.
Oh,
he's busy. Vanguard Prospect Mike, how you doing? Good morning to you. And Critters, good morning. Salty Badger says, wow, good morning. All a bit wet and chilly ride into work this morning. 39 degrees. Man, that's blistering coolness. We'll call it coolness.
If it's nearly as windy as it is here, I bet you, because we're just across the big lake from each other. But it's nasty cold and windy here. I mean, I've got got the space heater going here, keeping my feet warm.
Oh, that's nuts.
It's chilly. I mean, in my more motivated, I guess, I would have probably rode, but man, I remember riding to work on days like today, and you got to bundle up good.
Yeah. Yep.
And I used to ride to work in Seattle. I went to work at 3:30 in the evening. I'd leave, and it would be 42 degrees, really nice, blue sky. And I'd get off at midnight. It would be 18 inches of snow on the ground. This is on my bike.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What do we got here? Yeah, 64. You got what, Mac? You cooler than me?
Oh yeah.
That makes sense, does it? Freeman, 48. Jeez, you're brisk.
Look at our day, what it's going to look like. Beautiful.
Oh, I would take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's what's really nice about here is you may have, it might be 16 degrees outside, but in January, but the sky is so blue, it feels like 50.
Hey guys, I thought this was a family-friendly show. No cussing. I heard them degrees.
What you got? You 44 years said?
Oh, geez,
isn't that weird? Like Carrie is 44 and old Mac is like 9,000 miles south and he's like what, 3 degrees warmer?
Yeah, that's right.
It ain't gonna get past 47 today. High is 47.
These are our highlights.
Go up 3 degrees. Yeah, today a high of 48.
I made the bed for my cat last night on the motorcycle. She sleeps on the back seat, and not he. But we went out there and put him a nice woolly blanket down on the seat, and then we covered the whole area up with a beach towel. And he'll crawl up on the fender and go up in this little tiny hole up inside there. And last thing you see is a little tail to switch like this, and now he's happy with the world.
Oh,
that's awesome.
He sleeps. Good morning, Mike.
Stuff is rolling in. What's rolling in here?
It's 43 in Albuquerque.
I'm showing 45.
We're showing 45.
I want to blow up.
That was Prospect Mikey. Oh, you never listened to a Prospect?
There it is. I don't know. That's Key Fob sent that, as you can see. Not sure whose or what it is, but that's got a nice roll on the back, huh?
Oh, that is nice.
Bike roll. And
Is that the lake at Forgotten
Yeah,
Angel?
they're right next to the alligators. That's a good place for a tent. Plenty of protection.
Oh my no.
So I know
Well-
Sick won't be there with you.
Is a gator gonna mess with you while you're sleeping like that in a tent?
How hungry are you? I don't know. I just
Mac,
keep
I
it
mean,
well
Mac-
fed.
You probably have more knowledge about gators and attacks than any of us.
Lord.
I don't know.
I actually never had an issue when I lived down there.
Minneapolis, 44. Wow.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah, I don't think they go out hunting and looking for you on land, do they? They don't come up and like go and hunt. But if you're in the water and in their yard, playing in their yard, they might mess with you. I don't know how they work. I don't know their behavior
They
really.
don't like to work, I don't think. If you can make it easiest for them, that's what they're opportunistic.
Yeah, that's a bonus, huh, Angel? So I was asking you if you got my email yesterday. You haven't answered that yet, but that's maybe I just ain't caught up to the thing. Because Rainy Rider had. Did anybody watch the Rainy Rider live last night?
I caught
did.
up a bit of it.
Okay, so he had that lady
Moto
on there, the
Dasha.
Moto Dasha that we seen in the morning yesterday. But we
Yeah.
went to her channel. I thought that was just so coincidental. I tried to tell Angel Face about it because she brought the channel up to us, and then all of a sudden she's over on Rainy Rider's live stream having a hell of a nice interview. She seemed really cool. Nice. Good morning, Mike Ball. How are you? Whew. It is coffee time. Okay.
We know Mike Ball is good because he's from Alabama.
He is an Alabama. He's shouting out to old Mac there
He's
too.
a-
I see. Yeah.
He's a somewhat
Oh, man,
Alabama.
we're
He
brothers,
just barely
man.
That's
knows
what
me.
I was saying. You tight.
Yeah, we're Bama brothers.
Bammers.
Yeah.
You're a Bama. You're from Bama. Mike P
Australia.
just moved to Bama, so come on.
Yeah.
he's not such a Bama boy yet.
It's good to see you, Tony, man. Long time. Hope things are
Right
going
on.
well your way.
Hey, you know, I've been watching this Murphy
Yes.
Diesel out of Arizona. I mentioned it yesterday. Well, I wrote him another song yesterday about his crew, and he loves being a cowboy style, and I
I
did
already
it.
told you. You're good. Do you got that on your channel now? That we can see it?
No,
No.
I wrote him a song, and now they wrote me back, and they
Oh.
really appreciate it. They said, "Can I use your music in our production?"
Oh, that's what you.
Because YouTube has been really cracking down. I said, "This is royalty free. It's mine. You can use it
Yeah.
anytime you want to." And so I said, "If you send me the words, I'll put all your crew in and do it in the theme of music that you like." You know,
Yeah.
and everybody's worried you're out to try to gouge them in their pocket. I said, "I'm retired. This is my hobby. I do this
Yeah.
for free." And,
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, people are skeptical, you know. My mom called me. My mom never calls me, not because she don't want to call me. Well, at least that's what she says, right? Just
Yeah.
joking, Mom. In case she does listen once in a while, but she used to live with me, and then she left for I don't know, gosh, what 7 years now, 5-7 years, and she gets a random call about missing a court date here, and that somebody had summoned her to court, and they were trying to tell her all this on the phone, and she's trying to find out information. Hey, did I ever get any paperwork? I was like, no, Mom. I said, usually a sheriff will come to your door. Or anyway, she ends up finding out it was a scam, you know, but that was how they're trying to find out, I don't know, information from her. And I'm like, gosh, she's, 80 years old now. And I want to, it's just sad that they get messed with like that. And it really bothered her because she's responsible. She takes care of her stuff. She never missed that.
Like
It's just-
Carl.
Yeah, the calls are out there. Be careful. Mike Ball is a transplant. What a fluke. I'm going to watch that, Rainy. Yeah, I wanted you to see it, man. She did really good. She was a little nervous, like she said, but she didn't really look like it. She had a nice, I don't know, just a demeanor about her. So in general, maybe she was cute, right? And I was under the spell, and that's what I'm thinking. So you have to check for yourself because I don't know. She did seem like a nice lady, though. Deep in my, and I gave you the credit, of course. Angel told her that you dropped the link. Angel from Canada. Deep, who's wanted to say hi? Deep in Maha edit, but wants, oh, you're editing. Scam artists are real. Yeah. For what reason?
I always thought if a scammer was so good at scamming, if they just took half of that initiative and ability and applied it to something else, could they do just as good or even better legit?
Yeah. Because all that catch up with you and you're not going to sleep well at night. You know,
Yeah.
can you imagine being either that or you got to be such a heartless person that things don't bother you, but I don't know. I couldn't get away with it. My conscience wouldn't allow me to do those things.
I watched.
I mean, I might try something. So, like when I was younger, try something. So like I tried something, but the guilt and condemnation would bother you so bad. You had to do something to relieve it. Like stop doing it, make an amends. Don't do that crap again. But somebody who's always, scamming and makes that their job. Could you imagine?
Oh yeah, scrappers too.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm sure there's some dirty ones out there.
Yeah.
Which I would honestly love to kind of be a scrapper for a week or two and just put off everything, all the actual like real live work, and just go scrapping, just go junking for 2 weeks straight and see what happens.
Yeah.
But I've done it enough, not enough, but I guess, you do a metal run to the dump every month or 6 weeks or so with brake rotors and shocks and struts and all the stuff that I've, accrued over 6 weeks. I take to the metal place and you get 100 or maybe $150 if you got some wire and a catalytic converter or something, but it's not, you have to be really good at, I think, it's just like anything. You specialize in it. You find out your avenues, and you got this guy and you get that guy, and
what's worthy of your time to try to retrieve or get, or
exactly
what to make room for, what value is that? Then I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to keep my car in the garage tonight.
Yeah.
I have a missing Cadillac converter. Carrier was in town.
Yep.
He needed that.
I mean, and even at the dump, I don't take stuff because it goes to the junkyard right down the road, and they come to the dump and they take all the metal. So it's kind of, they should get the dollars for doing that. They're doing our township a service by getting rid of it. It's something they've been doing for a long time, and that. So like if I see something really heavy, I don't want it, because then I got to take it home and take it to another place. No way, man. I got better things to do. That's
kind of funny right there. Smoke says he watched a scrapper cut the cord on a $125 vacuum for the 10 cents of copper.
Dumb.
Like, oops, did I do that?
Yep.
Oh.
Salty says scrappers dig through our dumpster like raccoons every night.
Yeah.
I bet if you're anywhere around people, I can imagine it would be crazy if you had, especially like him, where, maybe there's some pipes or a metal or something of metal of any value, even if it's a smashed up, crash damaged pipe or something.
We got
I got to give Smoke a compliment on his beard, man. He's got one of them really manly beards. Look at him. He looks like Uncle Si a little bit with that big black streak down the middle of his beard.
That's prize winning right there.
He used
a lot of those, just like you.
Yeah. Oh,
you got one too.
Rod B. He used to have this huge beard, and he could do something. Somehow he could make it move. I don't know how he did it. Rod B. You remember he used to come on here quite often?
Yeah, all the time. Miss him. He's been here in a while. Didn't he come up on the show once in a while too? Try to.
Yeah, he's come up here. You remember I brought up the fact that my niece, she's now picked up delivery of her boat over in Thailand. I sent
That's
you the
nuts.
video of them going aboard the boat and everything.
That
Well,
is
he was
nuts.
there when they purchased the boat. I was up in Washington, and they were in their boat in the Sea of Cortez,
Wow.
and she was doing a live feed, and he was a part of him and Dave and a few more. I think even
So, Wolf.
there was 2 or 3 Australians in there when she was out in the Sea of the Cortez. She's quite a sailing lady. She's a retired Navy nurse.
Well, thank her for her service. That's awesome. And that's awesome. She's sailing the seas, and that boat is amazing.
Yeah, her husband is a doctor, and he's a retired medical. He retired out of the military as a
Oh.
captain in the Army
Excuse me.
as a surgeon, heart
Okay,
surgeon.
well, thank him for his service as well. Anybody who serves our country in any capacity, I have much respect for. So, and it looks like they're enjoying the fruits of their labor.
Yeah, if anybody wants to see them, they're going to take the trip and they're going to do a live feed. They've got the Elon Musk system on their boat where they can always have internet. The name of their boat is Sanity at Sea, and I believe that's the name of their channel too, Sanity at Sea.
Yeah. Good to see everybody. Hey, you came in, American Uncensored. Good to see you this morning, man. Thanks for stopping by, saying howdy. Howdy. Oh, there's Motabomb. He's saying howdy over on the Broadcasting Carry channel from Wisconsin.
All right.
Oh, nice to him. I bet he gave you a thumbs up over there.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's
Smoke
awesome.
is in on from your stream, I believe, when I saw him in your chat.
Okay. Very cool. Thank
Yep.
you.
He over there all by his lonesome, probably. I don't know. I didn't check it all out. So I'm gonna try to find Dave from Australia. A little
Did
should
they
try
ever
to find that replay of Rainy too. Would be neat.
I don't
I was
think
gonna
Dave
ask-
has the good internet service he had when he was over in Perth, because he used to remember broadcast out of his garage and all that
Yeah.
stuff. He's always having to be real quiet. Well, now he's got where he's living over now. It's a beautiful place, but it looks like they got limited internet service.
Yeah, he lives out on the edge of town where they all live. Ain't a soul around. What so old Aerosmith was that moving out or something? Gotta move you out, cuz
Oh,
they're
there he is.
moving in. Oh, he was so proud, man. He took his stuff out. Look at this.
Coming out here.
A photo must be taken. A photo
Must be taken.
taken and sent to Chef.
Yeah. That's kangaroo pie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
He had to
yeah.
choke the bloody wanker. He
That's
ain't
it.
allowed to have guns, so he had to choke him.
But you
Yeah.
know you're loving what you're doing. It's like when you
It's a thing of
turn around, stop, and take a
um,
picture of your
I don't
motorcycle.
need
You
much.
know, you really love it, and then just
But
like
it
when
is,
you
it
did
is certainly,
look at that.
it's certainly cooked. There's
Your
no
lemon
doubt
marmalade
about
pie,
that.
we don't know.
That's cooked beautifully. It's got cheese on the top. It's got pasta. It's got chicken, tomato, everything that you could want
Yeah, sorry.
in a welfare surprise.
Welfare surprise. How do you like
my
that name?
God. Every pot pan in the house was used.
That's how I
Anyway,
cook.
that's it. Plated up.
And I thought, yeah, that was, it's a bunch of, it's a goulash type, things that are cheap that you can throw together will fill your tummy.
Man, I love goulash.
Uh-huh.
You can get rid of every one of your leftovers in the refrigerator, and it'd
Yeah.
be just perfect.
You can use 99-cent cans of stuff to make good flavor and be filling too, like you say.
Well, look who come join us this morning. Nona Moss. She's not on a 21 state ride today. She's here on the channel with us.
Hello, how
Good
are you?
morning.
Wow, yeah, good to see you. Hey, it's been a while. It's a little clap for you. Don't take that wrong. It's a good clap. Randy rides. Yeah, man. Woo. You come out of the woodwork too. It's been a minute. How's things going up in the north, the great north? Way north, Superior North. Cold.
American Uncensored.
Is that a good guess? Viper 6 is here in the house from Canada too. That's really awesome as well. How you doing, brother? The Viper is here. He's going to be migrating shortly. I think he's a snowbird.
Yeah, I know my mom will be leaving soon.
Yeah.
Then I lose all hope of any help with my son being able to stay at any place for 6 months. So, like, yeah. Not that he goes there much anymore anyway, but mom does help out when she can here and there a little bit, which is nice. But they're in their early mid 60s and want to retire and have, their life.
Sure.
And I appreciate any little help I do get, and wish I had more time to go to mom's house for goulash.
Oh, you made it there. See, he's already in Arizona now. Always in Arizona. I mean, not always, but always going there for the winter time. He
Oh,
said,
they
"The
go to
hell with
AZ
Canada
over
in the damn winter time. I don't blame you. It's frigid. You don't get to do nothing really. Nothing outside. I mean, you can, but it's just one of those things." Living in Minnesota as a kid till I was 20 years, basically 20. We'll round it off. I was so used to a lot of people, even in Minnesota, people went south to go live. Most of the older retired people I knew.
Yep. That's what.
And Arizona was one of the spots, and I got to go down there one time in December. And I'm so used to Minnesota, I'd never been anywhere warm. And it was like 70 degrees there. You could go in the pool and go swimming in December. That was never heard of. And as a kid, that was so amazed. Couldn't wait. I thought I was going to see cactuses and all this stuff, which they were there, but it wasn't like what you're
That's
thinking.
awesome.
Yeah.
Christmas Day 2007, 2008-ish, I flew to California, and my dad at the time had a couple of Kawasaki triples out there, and he rode his cousin's F600, and I rode a Kawasaki 750 two-stroke triple to Huntington Beach on Christmas Day, and walked in the ocean and put my shoes back on and rode a triple back home. And I don't know, it's probably one of the most memorable motorcycle rides I've ever had. Not only because it was with my dad on Christmas Day, but I was riding a two-stroke triple down the 101 to Huntington Beach. So, or whatever highway you take to get there. It just sounds good to say the 101, I guess.
And that's in Western New York, and which ain't bad, I guess, for there. It is fall, coming up on winter, and man,
Did I freeze up?
no, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I see your lips moving. There you go.
Heard me rambling.
Yeah, Xmas Beach was a tradition in Florida. So, Nana, what can we do? My daughter's she had a hawk come get one of her freaking birds yesterday. She got chickens in the backyard, and there's woods that are close. I mean, she can't have a turkey, but I guess somebody said put some decoys out there or whatever, an awl or something. I think Sick Bastard said a big metal type mirrored ball, and if the hawk comes down, they see themselves or whatever, they will
Self-scare.
veer off or whatever, and not hopefully. Yeah, Nana raises chickens and is pretty knowledgeable about them. That's why I was asking. Randy says, I'm trapped in my bedroom with space heaters, just like you, Carrie, and they won't hook up my gas.
My landlord hasn't paid the gas bill either.
Oh,
freaking
yeah.
loser.
Dude, you're like,
God, I need to find a better landlord.
you need one of those. Have to make your own pipe thing with the diesel fuel and the drippers like we did in the ice fishing houses back in the day.
Except I am my own landlord, so that's
Yeah, you
yeah.
can just bitch at yourself,
I
right?
just get to look in the mirror and say, "You dumbass, you need to turn the heat on.
I do that anyway.
I'm too cheap."
I'm ready to retire my ass to the Keys as soon as one of my girls gets Mert and can take over the firm. Phew. Where y'all live? I try to help you out up there. Take over the farm for you. Let's see. Salty Badger got my wife a new truck for our anniversary last month. She just told me the steering wheel and seat heater came on and the wipers turned on this morning on her way in. How was my ride? Bet that was a surprise, huh? The gift that keeps on giving. She lived in Calgary, so I could take care of you. There you go. Yeah, you got an offer to get taken care of. How nice, Randy. Are you moving yet? Nice future. Yeah. How you doing, Mark? Good to see you, man.
Hi, Mark.
Yeah, I shared a little bit of a story with us. You've been through it this year a little bit. Blackbirds look like crows. They can. They get pretty big too, yeah. Diesel drippers, how does that work? I don't know. Was it diesel or what? I don't know what kind of fuel, but we used to drip them into the little stovepipe. You could just make it out of.
Yeah, those
Tube,
little
tube.
diesel heaters are quite something, man. They've come a long ways, and people are getting some pretty crazy efficiency out of them.
Oh, yeah.
Heating pretty big spaces, and then what guys will do is they'll pipe the exhaust through a radiator of some sort. Oh, like what people will use are those old cast iron radiators out of houses.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. So then on your little diesel heater, you take the exhaust and you blow it through that as well. So you're pulling BTUs off of the exhaust side, and it's producing BTUs on its production side, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of neat that people were doing that, because I thought, you know what? Well, why don't I take like a car engine then? Why don't I get a little 4-cylinder, put it outside, lean it? You know, you could run it really lean. You could put the radiator to cool it in the shop with forced air, and then you could also route the exhaust through another radiator with forced air. And you might only need to run the thing just minutes at a time to, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. You don't know unless you try. So I don't know where I got that idea from, but I've been contemplating it heavily about, trying to make a liquid cooled engine heat my shop.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot more time and energy than it's worth.
I wish I had a picture of the one my dad made. It was a little portable, and like for the, what was it, the 70s or 80s, whatever. It was ingenious. You know, he made it all out of aluminum, put some leftover snowmobile skis underneath it. You could pull it either with your snowmobile or you could pull it with the vehicle, depending on. He had the mounts in the back of the fish house, because just a box with a 45-degree angle and plexiglass, so you get solar heat when you're out there. It was all aluminum.
Wow.
With styrofoam on the inside, a nice bench put in there, your aluminum pull up for your holes on each side, had the little dripper thing in there. Maybe it was propane, I don't remember. But
Probably weighed like 50 pounds.
It took very little to keep it warm, and
That's
it was
cool.
nice. You carry your auger in the back. He had it set up freaking great. I love that thing. I miss it.
Do you miss ice fishing?
Yeah. Well, you know, that was exciting to do, man. That was like you get to go on an adventure that evening or that night, and you could sit out there, you know, and do something fun and catch fish and catch crappies or whatever. Crappies were fun when a school would come by. You keep busy pulling up every few throws, you know, or drops, whatever you want to call it.
That's cool.
Yeah, as a kid, it was great. And then it turned into a place to party and get away from the grown-ups when you had in the dead of winter. There's nothing to do up north. So we as kids, man, we'd go out there and party, you know, experiment with the alcohol.
Yep.
Uh-huh. What a great place. You'd be heated and everything. That was styling. You were like on vacation. Not enough boohoo vids out here. Not much going to make a video about. Very boring lately. Yeah. You get some crazy neighbor stuff going on once in a while.
Yeah, that'll never stop. I came across a bunch of footage last night that I wanted to put in that. So I wanted to make a little quick video and just say, hey, this is his new bike and this was his old bike, and kind of have some value, you know? And I mean, not that the little short that I put out doesn't, or the 2 minutes, it just shows what it is really. But then of course, you know, after I posted it and stuff, and then I found the video of his RD250 last night of much greater detail, and which I could just do that separate. I'll just make another video talking about his RD250.
Yeah.
Talking about my neighbor's dingaling.
Zip tie, good morning. Woohoo!
He sure loves his dingalings.
Good to see you. Like, subscribe, share, and donate. You're always thoughtful. Tukarni. Good morning, Tukarni. Tukarni sounds like a name now, don't it, Tukarni? God bless biscuits. You take it easy, man. That's right. Tell him, Briar. You want an APU on your semi-truck, Stan. Where'd you come? Did it come from Old Mac's channel? Do you remember? I thought you
Stian. How
yes,
you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. He's from my channel, I believe.
Your channel, okay.
Yep, that is. And he's a Floridian. He's got a bus. He's a bus guy, and I believe found us the bus that my crazy neighbor Rob has over in his driveway that we both want to sell. So anybody that's looking for a 1974 GMC Fishbowl bus that needs every single thing from front to rear, it does run, but it needs everything. Let me know.
Yeah.
I got a deal for you.
Yeah.
You might even be able to drive it home if you spent a month working on it.
There you go. Just a month. That's all.
Yeah, and probably $10,000 to $20,000 minimum, I would guess, in rubber lines, bags,
good to go.
Seals.
Yeah, leave with your sanity too.
I would enjoy it. I mean, I guess if I could have it in the shop, I would enjoy it. If I was in a heated shop and I had the jack to be able to, because, you know, that's some heavy stuff we're talking about. And Sterling Wheel would have a heyday with something like that, but I wouldn't even know where to start other than just take the wheels off. I could get that done. But air brakes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all big. It's all simple stuff at the end of the day, but it's just big, and you got to know what you're doing. And if you don't, you can do it wrong, and then it's that much more stuff to screw up.
Well, Mac, you've done a lot of stuff over the years. How about you ever rode motorcycle or whatever, four-wheeler out on the lake or the ice? Have you been on the ice much?
Oh, yeah.
You've lived up north before.
In Washington State, over in Seattle, the temperature would be 42 degrees because of the Japanese current in the Puget Sound.
Yeah.
But you go over the Cascade Range over to Ellensburg, and it's 32 below zero or 12 below zero or whatever. Your water is frozen 6 inches thick, and we went out and we had a lot of fun. Like Salty Badger, we used to put studs in our tires and ride them on the lake.
Yeah, that was a thing.
Yep.
You get races there. People race their dirt bikes or whatever.
There's a huge, big series for it here in Wisconsin.
Yeah, you know about it.
Yep, and I've never done it though. I've built some motors for some guys over the years. I've never done it. I don't hate, but I don't like the cold. But this winter I really would like to check it out with my son. And I do know that the ice racing tires it's a complete, and it's a art. These guys that screw tires are really good tire screwers.
Yeah,
and you can pay some really good money to have someone basically fill your tire full of screws.
Done right. Yeah,
it's really funny when you think about the concept.
Yeah, Yeah, putting screws into your you get the big knobs, you could have big thick ones, so
Yeah,
right?
and
It's just,
yeah, there's arts to it. They like to have certain height knobs and cuts and angles, and
yeah,
the screws, even the heads of the screws are different from screw to screw, and
sure.
yeah, whole lot of screwing.
Well, probably like a sheet metal, I got extra ridges and things that grip better,
Yup.
Viper says he is going to head to the gym. He's there in Arizona or at his RV resort and work on the separated shoulder. Good Lord. It's good you're taking care of yourself, though, in therapy. And you keep moving longer. The older you get, the less you seize up. Gotta keep moving. Mm-hmm.
That's why I got my camera off right now. I'm just doing stuff in the shop because I don't sit much, and I feel like I don't. This is my social time. This is my little coffee hour. This is my lunch break, all condensed into one. So, but still, even just sitting in front of the little space heater right off the bat this morning gets you a little,
You don't want to move.
Yeah,
You just want to stay right there, cuddle with your space heater. What else can I do in this spot?
Yeah, right. Close my eyes.
Yeah, close my eyes.
Back here.
Mark says, let half the air out of your tires on your truck or car, and you can ride the railroad track. Now, that's something I've never done.
Now, that's something my neighbor Rob actually has up in his yard. He has a motorized railroad cart.
Yeah.
And him and some buddies back in the day, 4 guys, because it took 4 people to lift it and take it off the track if a train was coming. Yeah, he's cruised the railroads on it, and well, he used to be a train driver or an engineer or work on the railroads, so he's a railroad guy. But anyway, yeah, there's one sitting up in his yard. I should do a video on it.
Yeah.
Big. It's got 4 railroad wheels, a small engine. You start it up and you pull a lever and it puts the engine to the wheels and you move.
Yeah.
It's really simple stuff.
Yeah, I'll put a link out if anybody wants to come up and visit or got a story to share, or you just want to come on and hang out. I put a link in the chat and never afraid of doing that. So just putting that out there. I know a few of you do live streams yourselves out there as well. So just welcome, just welcoming in. I think I put if you look at the, I pinned a comment. I don't know if it was a comment. I think it's a link. A couple new guys. One, Moto Alley. I don't see him. Sometimes they come by here too, but it's been really Moto Alley. You've known him for a while, right, old Mac?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. Great.
I saw an earlier comment that he was going to try to join in today,
Oh, that'd be great. Join in.
It showed up this morning when I turned the computer on.
Oh.
So he had plans. You know how things happen.
We haven't seen him though, right?
Pardon me?
We haven't seen him though, right? He hasn't been in the chat yet. Okay.
No, but he mentioned about being possibly because he really likes his group.
Yeah, I like him too, man. He's a good fit. Not like we judge people or anything like that. I'm just saying either you hang out more or you don't, and it's just how it is. And says, I find sitting difficult. That's why I put you on my TV. Yeah. I've been doing a lot of sitting lately. Oh, good morning. After rounder and finder outer. That's a good saying. If you want to know something, find out, right? Kind of like those, don't get too nosy. If you do, you're going to find out. What was, I had the light on in my workout room. I got a gym right next door to me here, like right in the other room. With the rack and everything, you can do all you want. I turned the light on. I looked at the stuff for a while. Thought maybe I'd start, and I never did. But I had the light on. It's right there. I want to feel better. I want to do things like, and then I'll go like, I'll flex up and get a little like, make sure all my muscles are there and I still have some, and I'm like, yeah, maybe tonight I'm going to go home. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to do an arm workout or something, kind of easy and just wear them out. And then I think of squats and then deadlifts and I'm going, oh man.
What are we eating, Carney?
Yeah. What you got, man? Going to town. He's got his mouth full. He can't tell you right now.
Look at it.
Either
Come on, man.
Eating a breakfast burrito that my sister made.
Oh,
That's why I wasn't on right away.
You got to make enough for the whole class when you're here,
Yeah.
Well, the class needs to be over here then.
I know. Yeah, get your ass over here then.
I'll take a digital one.
I hear you. After the stream,
Less
when
calories.
you hope it goes good for you. You're trying to make profit, so I'm sure you ain't gonna get a great deal, huh? You're a profit, so I want profit over here.
What kind of moped? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Mopeds are really appealing to me lately.
I never really.
Big. No, I shouldn't say that. Interstate capable mopeds have been appealing to me ever since I rode a Suzuki Bergman 650. And
Ones that can haul ass.
Oh, it's like a snowmobile, Dean. It really is. They've got that belt in there, and it just grips and goes. It's stupid.
Yeah.
But I still like shifting through the gears and having the weight distribution being 50-50. Easy use, getting onto into upon. How do you get in do you get on or in a moped? Because you kind of have to get in it to get on it.
Yeah.
You got to step through. And that's what I do like, that ease of step through, of just kind of almost being able to walk through it. Really easy to use.
It's a nice freedom. It's comfort, for a quick zip and let's just go, like neighborhood stuff, or, people that have golf carts in neighborhoods because that's how they travel in their neighborhood. It's a community, same with a moped. It's the same concept, just on two wheels. And
yeah, and you can trick them with clutches, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the world that's endless, and that's I don't want to go down that road.
How many of you guys have rode on a Vespa?
Not an old school. I just worked on a Vespa, but a newer one. Nothing cool and old like I'm sure the one you're talking about.
I'm talking about in the 50s.
Oh, I'd love to.
Hell, I've crashed more than they got the little wheel, and I was used to like the service cycle. We had a much bigger wheel on it. A service cycle was a machine built for the Army or the military. I think it was sold through Allstate, through Sears.
Yep.
Anyhow, first time I crawled on a Vespa, that thing had power now, a little 2-stroke motor. Hell, I'd already crashed. The little steering is so, it's so wishy. And, like you're holding on the little. I was a really big kid when I was young, but that was one of my first crashes on a Vespa.
that's funny. Mopeds are like fat chicks, Salty says. That's a perspective. So here's her, what she's selling. It's a 2018 Yamaha Zuma 50.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, 27. Man, you can get an old 91 600 Yamaha sport bike for $3,000. I saw, and it was nice. It had the gold rims, and it was freaking looked like it was in great shape. And it's like, wow, that might be kind of fun to have.
You should do it.
I wonder if Angel knows I got rid of my my R1. I don't even know. He's just talking about what do y'all do to prep your stuff. There's really not I guess like Mark says, if you took good care of it, there ain't much prepping to do. But little things I guess that would look obvious that might not look appealing or good, try to fix and
check out
and replace. And
that's nice.
Give me a close up on the moto. Give me a close up.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It was one of my gang members. She just rode in.
There we go. That is your gang member. She looks tough, man. Better be careful. Is she strapped? Anything?
Oh, if she runs a Volmac, she's going to be strapped.
You better frisk her. Better frisk her a little bit. I don't know.
That's good stuff. Good stuff. That's a
Good
nice
morning to you, by the way,
She had to bring me a
Angelique.
special cup of Old Mac Joe with a little bit of
Yeah.
Bailey.
Yeah, that's got the good flavor. That's just for flavor, right?
Yeah, therapeutic, for medical purposes.
Yeah. Helps you speak better too.
Well, it deals with my sanity, because I'm just crazy about that stuff.
Yeah. Just on to let your friends find out. On to let your friends find out.
with the moped.
Yeah.
Just don't let your friend. Yeah. Yep. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
I hadn't. Yeah.
The Zuma 50s are a blast. They're 2-strokes, and you can put clutches in them, and they rip, and you can pipe them, I believe. And then I rode a Zuma 50 for quite a bit in my younger days. Before I moved out here into the country, into the Wild West.
Yeah. Yeah, it had to go, Angel, man. I hated to do it, but I ain't responsible enough to ride that motorcycle. I loved it, and every day I had to resist not getting on it, speeding, doing what and I mean, I ain't saying I don't really have that problem on my Harley because you don't hear those high RPMs and stuff, but when you get first gear up into 60 mile an hour getting onto the freeway, you might as well go up to 90. Let's try 100, and then we'll shift a second and fly by everybody and feel like king of the mountain. And I love that feeling, and it's going to get me in trouble. And
either paste yourself into the back of the semi you didn't see,
dude,
or
the
lawman.
One thing you didn't think about when it happened so fast, like, oh, I should have thought about. Well, you don't have time now; it's too late.
Yep.
But your ego says, I got this. I got it all. We're covered. It looks like a safe stretch right here. Let's do it. So while washing your bike, touch and try to move every bolt. That will tell you if you have anything loose on your bike or a long trip. Do a layout of what you're talking about, Angel Face. I found a lot of value in washing and hand washing that motorcycle because you are inspecting. You're like doing that is if you're paying some attention. You're like, wow, I didn't know that was missing. When did that fall off? Or something that's loose, or anything you don't know, or I got a new ding or a dent, or wire loose, or grease buildup somewhere. Like those are all indications of things you should look at.
If I'd have only did a little bit of a walk around here a couple of weeks ago, I pulled the side cover off to do something, and then when I was doing it, my charging system for the battery, it's kind of tucked up in there. It fell down. I didn't see it. I closed the lid back up, and as I was riding along, it got down on the exhaust pipe, and it was just to the point of if the two wires had melted together, they would have been one hell of a fire there.
Yeah.
They got a fuse in them. I guess it would have blown the fuse.
Yeah, I forgot that too. Checking all your fluids, man. Most people will want to check your oil, just like a vehicle or a car. That's definitely, I've sold a lot of those, right? So make sure you don't have black oil in there. Well, put the fresh stuff in like you've been taking care of it.
I got an oil change coming up. I'm now 4,900 on that oil. He said you can go 6,000 on the synthetic, but I usually do it at 5.
Yeah. Even on your motorcycles, when you use synthetics, I still been doing it at 3,000. Just that's what I've been told to do. It's probably a little bit of a waste, but mine's older now too, so it will use a little bit of oil. Yeah,
in my bike, I have to take it to the shop. I just can't get down there like I used to. I can get down, but I can't get back up.
Yeah, that's a bitch. Especially if you forget something 5 times. You're like, gosh, that'll take me all day.
That's about $350 to have all 3 plugs serviced, and so we got one coming up. I probably would do it before Christmas.
That's a lot. 50, maybe like 150 would be nice. 300, you know,
Can you
50 for
imagine?
each hole. I mean, how hard is it? So I'm thinking of starting it up. You just ride it around the block, charge up the battery, clean it up, get everything that goes with it together, check the air pressure, top up. Yep. Yeah.
And the cooler states too, coolant should
Yep.
be checked. A lot of people might not overlook that. And a lot of these newer mopeds too are liquid cooled, and they put a little tiny radiator right
Carney.
by the flywheel. So it's like a forced air cooled radiator, so just throwing that out there. It gets a little old at everything I see is old and it's acidic and it comes in and they haven't done fluids forever. And it's always good to do that stuff often.
I need to fix that part of my life, Mark. He says, while your girl is washing your bike, have her check all the nuts and bolts.
That's a good idea.
And you'd probably be best to get off the motorcycle too.
You know, the air cooling system on your Harley has to be serviced as well. You know, you got a big fan and stuff on the side of your engine that pulls the air in, that circulates the air around the cylinders. Well, if you're in a dirt country like I am, if you don't service those, that blade back there will just be completely coated, and it starts to make a noise when the blade gets unbalanced.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to service those.
Nona says she got a Honda at 10,000. The Harley guys did theirs every 5,000. Every 5. Yeah.
I've always been as much as I feel on street bikes and stuff. When I rode them and commuted, I think I was always a 2K or maybe a 3K guy, but I was always, it sounds like Carney. I mean, I just beat the piss out of every bike I've ever owned.
Carney.
The throttle, just completely ride it like it was meant to be ridden that way, I guess.
You go through throttle cables.
But not that guy around other people. Like if there's traffic there and there's
I got you.
I'm not, this is when the road is clear and the ego is puffed up and
Well, I mean, you don't have to be like crazy, but like every start and stop, like a jackrabbit starts, they say, always on it. You can be on it real hard up to 60, 70 mile an hour, and that's riding like a maniac too. Really, that's what I do all the time. Like I've gotten chill on it now because I got 85,000 miles on my bike already. I'm like, I need to have some stuff done before I start hard corner. Like with cam tensioners, it's bothering me every time I ride. Like, God, do I got to do my cam tensioners? It's time, right?
Yeah, Salty brought up a good, this is a practical thing to do, is that fluid in your brake system needs to be flushed.
Oh,
people just, the people that change out pads and stuff, but they don't do that one extra step.
Science project after science project. Every master cylinder reservoir is a science project. It's so bad. Every bike that comes through here, I do it on, whether the customer says anything or not.
Bikini wash.
I do it and then tell them why.
Oh, hey, Dave wants to get in here.
I see it. Dave, yes. Gosh, I was going to ask, how often should you check or change your plugs? I don't take my stuff into Harley no more. I've been doing everything myself, but it's been and I had them little issues, as Tom. I said, maybe I need some plugs. Like yesterday, you did a kaput and it didn't start right away. That's only happened like maybe 3 or 4 times of the whole lifespan of the freaking motorcycle. But I don't know. I don't know the last time when my plugs are. How do you know when they're going bad?
Just put a new set in.
Just put a new set in if it's bothering you?
Yeah, but I say so if you're thinking about it and you can't remember.
It's been a long time.
But a good set, an OE set, something that's really recommended for that. Oh, there's so many black market spark plugs making it into the OEM plug market world. So even if you do get a branded HD plug or whatever, it very well might not. You just got to be be real careful of your sources for spark plugs. I always just a good
So use
NVK.
whatever Harley's recommending is what you're saying. Whatever's been in
Yep.
there. I just look at the plug I took out. Should be the plug I need to put
Get
back
that
in.
one. Yep, exactly. From a
There
good
he
source.
is. Here comes the
Hey, Dave.
poverty dish. What is it?
Welfare.
Welfare. Well, yeah, something.
Good day, Dave.
Hold on a minute, just doing my.
Sterling Wheel. Good morning. I was hoping you were going to show up and say hi.
Yeah, all the good guys are starting to show up now.
Right. We
Well,
scared
you're talking
everybody.
about
We scared
important
everybody away, Mac.
We had your
You're
video
talking
up
about
earlier.
When should we change our oil? When should we change our plugs? The
Yes.
golden rule is 3,000 miles, 8,000 kilometers in Australia and Canada.
Plugs too?
25,000 Ks. You really want to be changing your plugs. So what's that, about 16,000 miles?
Wow,
You want to
I'm
be
long
changing your
overdue.
plugs. But
So-
you're right. Old Mac's right, and Salty Badger's right. You've got to flush that brake fluid. Don't just
Oh.
rely on changing your pads.
So
The
on
most
the oil and
overlooked.
plugs, my Indian is rated at 5,000 miles. And
Rated for what?
sometimes I
For
push it over
5,000 miles. What? The fluids?
to
What?
do an oil change.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but that's cool. Yep.
So
That's
every
about right.
other oil change, yeah, I sit there and do the plugs.
You do
But
the
like
plugs
on the
every
older
oil
ones-
change as well.
But as
Other.
far as older models, yeah, I say around the 3,000, maybe under 3,000. You want to do your oil change, and then like I said, every other oil change, you switch out your plugs.
And you know, it
That's
costs so much, Carney, it costs so much to do at the dealership that you need to only rely on the welfare surprise dinner.
Welfare supply.
I've had a crack cooking, guys, and I've oh my God, there it is. What do you reckon, Motorbull?
This is our tough motorcycle guy from Australia. He's baking and got the hand
Take
guards
that,
and
like-
cooking. But, I love it, man. I love it, and I love that you shared
do
that.
too. I
And
do too.
it's awesome. I was thinking about making it, right? Wouldn't that be neat to do? And then show a version of what we did, and like somebody actually taking your recipe and making it and then
I've said-
presenting it as well, like you just did here. Be like, wow, I want to take a picture of that too, and I think it'd be a
So
good thing.
We
I've
just
sent
can't
you
get
the recipe
we just
card.
can't get good kangaroo here in the States.
Yeah, that's the problem.
it's the fastest animal in Africa. The chicken.
I think you're right, Jim. Definitely, unless you're breaking
sorry
hard
to
on
interrupt.
riding
Motorcycle.
very.
Jim Reynolds, I'm going to do all of that when we go over and have the oil change. The brake fluid is going to be changed and the spark plugs, because I'm way overdue on the spark plugs. And I'm going to tell you a reason I
Me
know
too.
I'm overdue. Every once in a while, when I start it up, it'll start up and then die, and then you have to start it again.
Did it leak? Your oil forks went bad in the last 21-day trip. She did 21 states in 21 days, which is a hard riding a lot. Had to change them. I guess you find out when it starts leaking, huh? That's the only way you know when your forks need changing, right? You don't change your forks oil every like 20,000 or 50,000 miles, do you?
No,
It's
the problem is that the stone chips will hit the fork slide that goes into, and that will perish the seal. And
Yeah.
the seal starts to weak.
wears on it. Your seals is
Yeah,
what goes
and-
bad.
If you leave it to a point of no maintenance, the chances of that brake fluid or that oil, that fork
Plugs.
oil going onto your disc and between your drum brake or your disc brake and your pad, and then when you need to stop urgently,
Yeah.
you,
See,
you,
that's
your,
one- That's one thing I was wondering, am I going to run into a problem changing my own plugs on my bike? I've changed plugs on things before, but I know you got to be precise and you should gap, and then you got to find out, well, I don't know, does it need a different gap because it's been tuned a little bit different, things like that. I don't know. And
Well, there is the mechanic that I've got here in Perth just said, mate, don't go the iridium plugs, don't go all these things, just go for what the manufacturer has said.
MGK, that's a brand, right?
MGK, standard size. And then you just check the what the specs are in your manual, or just Google it. What is it? 03 a Dyna Wide Glide?
Yeah. Oh, me, I got a 2015 Dyna Wide Glide.
Yeah. The 03 would probably be better, but
yeah, probably would have been, but
I didn't.
It would have been older and had more miles. It'd have been wore out. I wouldn't be riding today.
Yeah, no, I'm glad, mate. How you going, Mac?
Man, we're doing fine, and you're looking really good.
That's what's going to happen. I'm going to order some.
Look,
then.
I missed out on attending the barber today. I've got to go back to the barber and get a bit of a closer shave. I'm in the kitchen now, guys. I've got to look good. I've got to look smart, and I've got to look professional, or else no one's going to eat my food. Who's going to eat my dirty hippie food?
Wow.
Neighbor
2 weeks in. 2 weeks in, I've just got right into it, guys. It's
2 months. Thanks, Sterling.
Go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead, Mac.
I was going to tell you, I'm fixing baked pork chops for lunch today.
Are you going to make the apple composite, which is stew the apples, a bit of cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, boom-o, and then put your stick blender into the poached apples, mix it all up, put it through a strainer, and pour that over your pork chops.
That was my nasty picture I sent. I sent Mac yesterday. I said, it looked horrible. The color and everything looked horrible, but man, it was tasty.
Does it matter about what it looks like, mate?
Well, no, but that's a much prettier presentation right there from Mac. You got the
that's that beef mac and cheese. I had beef and macaroni and cheese and peas.
It's good, mate. I'm glad that you're eating well.
We got bottles set up, everything we got. What do you call them? Props.
Yeah,
he does it right.
I love that spicy ketchup.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
It's fun, guys. I'm so glad that you've got appetites. I will endeavour to make something American inspired soon. So I need some ideas. To make a cross-cultural smoked kangaroo. I think you guys love smoking your meats,
dude,
and having your big old time barbecues. And we've got a variety of meats here that emu is being tossed around as the new fad to eat. People are starting to eat emu. So let's see what we can do with emu. It's probably very expensive because it's new and in the new thing. But anyway, should be tasty when I get a chance.
Once they start leaking, they get bad, don't they? Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just trying to get to Nana before I got too far behind in my chats. Once your fork seal starts leaking, you're pretty much doomed. You gotta. It doesn't. You don't get like a slow leak. I remember mine. I had to put a sack around whatever, try to get home because it would come out and just pour over and then blow back onto your bike while you're going down the road.
I'm gonna have to do a video on Rob's. He raced the whole season with blown fork seals on the FCR 400, and he also has a sidecar that the seals were leaking so bad on. But since it's a sidecar and he never revalved or resprung the front forks on it was Yamaha XS 750 maybe, and he wrapped rags and tied rags like a bandana around the fork tubes to absorb the oil. and it basically rides bottomed out all the time now.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really funny to see that though, because like it's not to the point where the oil is getting on his brakes, but it's like, dude, your forks are leaking. He's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. I know how it feels.
So
Okay.
here, I'm glad you mentioned this, Mark, because ever since I was just talking about my first fork seal leak that I had. And of course, I took it in, got it fixed. And then I noticed every time, which I didn't
broke it.
remember before happening, when I'd get on my after this has all been replaced and new, I get on my bike, it's fine. As soon as I start it, it does the whoosh, and it just comes down like, I don't know, an
Yep.
inch, 2 inches.
Yep,
I
that's
don't know. It
good.
just I feel it sink.
That's
And it
good.
still does that yet today. It's like I've just gotten used to it, and I never knew that was an indication. If Mark is correct, and I'm sure he is,
Oh,
that-
Mark's hit the nail on the head. Mark has hit the nail on the head.
That's what
and
I'm
also, what you
you're-
can also do, and what I've done personally, is I've actually put an extra weight oil in the forks because I'm a bit heavy on my brakes, on my front brakes.
yeah.
My bike doesn't dip at all because I've got heavy duty oil, and I know my seals are good, but that's an area that
But
in
you-
my
What?
pre-start check. There we go. Let's all get
You
all.
want
Let's
your
all get
whole-
all.
I got to pipe in here though, because
Yep.
I'm a suspension nut, and I know I've spent so much time with suspension because on the racetrack, that is your key to success. It doesn't matter
That's
how good your
definitely.
brakes are. It doesn't matter how good your engine is. It depends on how good you can get that power to the track and get your brakes to
Correct.
brake, and that all is transferred through suspension. And you ultimately want to use all of your travel, including compensation for tire compression.
Exactly.
Like that-
Even on the road, Rob, Kerry. Even on the road, you still need that.
Yes,
You
and
know,
people, I think, set their suspension up way too stiff because they hit their brakes and they feel that dive. Well, their weight bias isn't properly probably set up, meaning how is the bike 50-50? Is it 49-51? Is it at 48-52? How is the percentage front and rear weight bias? And then
Mm,
you can go to like, because you want your suspension to dive and absorb and eat all of that momentum as it transfers it to the tire and the rubber to traction.
yeah, that's exactly right. You don't want it to be a rigid ironing board.
Yes.
Yeah, you do need it to have play.
But you
I
also
should,
don't want like a floating spring dangly pogo stick either, so
Trying
that there is that, that fine line.
Oh, look at the ham and eggs for breakfast, would you? Oh, I just
Let's
saw
give
that.
Chasing Ghost a little happy birthday, okay? It's her birthday
Hey.
today.
All right.
That's Virginia's sugar cured ham.
Birthday, Jason Ghost.
Happy birthday to you.
Tara?
That's
Happy
awesome.
I wonder if she's down at.
Thanks for
Uh,
celebrating it here.
Okay, if she's going down to Forgotten Angels.
I don't think she's making it this year.
Okay, yeah, no, fair enough. Mark, we do have a lot of interesting animals, but so does America around Boston, Detroit.
Pheasant.
There's some,
Pheasant.
there's some interesting
Wow.
animals around there.
I was going to mention that, Dave. You should try pheasant.
That's a fun
Yes,
fact.
we were talking about spatchcock and other poultry, game, birds. Pheasant would be lovely, why not? I mean, I have got a interesting butcher up in the hills who could probably source me that sort of stuff. I mean, there's a premium price for that sort of stuff because it'll all be food grade certified.
Sure.
But that's the sort of stuff. If I am going to cook, I need to research it. I need to know how to cook it. It'll probably be breasts cooked in plastic bags in a water bath, and then Then you take them out after they're cooked, and then you quickly sear
good
them
knowledge.
on the char grill, and then serve maybe with some, fresh seasoned vegetables or something like that. Fuck, I'm even sounding like a chef now. But there you go. I'm into it, boys. A pheasant cooked in a sous vide or a water bath with cryovac plastic, and yeah, it's just an amazing way of cooking. They're the sort of meals you can charge 120 American, for.
Got a question here. Do you feel that motorcycles set up for only lightweight riders like me, which is we're talking about Angel here, from the factory, while most riders weigh more than 125 pounds?
No, I feel like they're probably set up more for the 190 person.
Yeah, the fatter person. Yep, definitely.
it's
So, a small person's going to be.
got me curious about mine too, and what kind you would put in that, because I don't know if it makes a difference. Dave, like you got a big beefy tire in front, right?
Silly, but inexpensive, and a waste of money. But geez, it looks good.
Yeah. And I got a real thin, like a rail type, it's a Dyna. It's got the stretched, a little bit of a rake front end, look cool stuff. It's horrible. It's horrible around out on these roads. And I've already bent a rim hitting a pothole once. I hit it pretty hard the other day too. In fact, I checked my air pressure yesterday, like I said I was, but but I was just wondering about suspension, and like you might want more cush for something like that than being super stiff, because if it is and you hit something hard, I was just wondering if that would make a little difference. Like you'd want it a little more cushier for not damaging your rim, or a thin tire like mine, or that's just nonsense what I'm saying. I have no idea.
No, it's not nonsense at all. You're actually, it's a very smart question. I unfortunately don't know enough. The bike's new. I've trusted my custom bike builder to take care of all of those issues. I trust that the mechanics who I take my bike to service are aware of those things. I may mention that sort of stuff, but they'll be quick as hell to tell me, oh, you need to do this and oh, you need to do that. My thing is I go around and I have a bit of a visual look, almost one could say a pre-start procedure before you go around. I notice if there's any oil on the concrete where the bike's been parked, any drop at all, then that will, I know it's a slack thing, but I'm trusting my mechanic that I pay the freaking bucks for to be onto that sort of stuff. But the bike is only 3 years old. So, your bike's a little bit older and it's coming into, there is some wear and tear, So yeah. I would, if you've got any chance of making some really good bucks selling, making some good tats, getting some dollars together, even maybe a wonderful YouTube that goes viral and suddenly you're Mr. Beast style, and you can probably buy another bike. But at the moment, you want to do this stuff yourself. As long as you've got people like Kerry to guide you through it.
Yeah,
I think Kerry knows far more than I do. I just take it to the shop, man, and I have to unfortunately pay because I'm not mechanically.
Suspension here. Salty says suspension has nothing to do with the rim damage that we were talking about before. Soft or stiff rim still takes same impact from the hole. Only thing that would change is the air pressure. From the impact and hitting it, you might. That's why one reason I was like, man, I better check mine too, because I hadn't been checking it every day like I should, and I got the stuff all out there sitting by my bike. The hose is there, the meter, everything, and I still I don't do it every day, but I got it there for convenience. So I don't know. Do you really need to check it every day? I mean, Is that
Is
really
it,
something?
is it a worry for you? Do you feel on the road that the bike is feeling different? That it could be as simple as an air, a little bit low in your front and rear.
Yeah.
Do it tomorrow morning. Why not?
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna just try it, I guess. Suspension isn't. Yeah. Okay, we got that. Because yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. And if you're riding on a shitty tire at all, you might have your own funeral too. There, chasing ghost. So yeah, don't chance it. Get your
No
tire
way,
fixed.
don't chance it. Like that's. I
Get
know
your tire
it's a
fixed.
financial burden, getting tires,
It
and I
is.
dig it. It is definitely a financial burden. One way of thinking about that is, thank God we don't have to replace 4. We just have to replace 1 or 2. So anyway,
You remember-
guys. It's nearly 11 o'clock p.m. in Australia. Do have a fantastic day. Thank you for all the comments and well wishes.
Dude, yeah.
Your support is fantastic.
Thank
All
you.
right,
Yeah.
guys.
Have a good one.
See you
Dave.
later, Carney.
Thanks for slipping on in, man.
See you, Mac. See you,
Have a
Kerry.
good
See
day.
you later.
We'll
See
see
you,
you,
chat,
Dave.
and everyone. Bye now.
You remember this year, Moto, I put the Dunlop American Elite Dunlop tire. You remember 2-4 up in Nova Scotia? He got them, and I put that on my track. I got to test it out this year. That thing has such awesome grip when it comes to braking. You remember a track weighs over 1,200 pounds.
Wow.
And I have slid that front tire, and man, it just really, it pushes your suspension down and it really bites real good. So I'd highly recommend that tire.
That's what I like. Yeah, you go through, I don't know, like the Scorchers that I've always had the Scorchers put on mine, Michelin, right? Because that's what came on the bike. I've never had a slip like and I'm hard on the throttle and stuff. But when it's raining, I treat it like ice. I'm very leery. I don't trust rain or wet roads on a motorcycle at all. So, but I've just still even taken up, never had it like slip or do anything on me. And I don't know if that helps, but it's like, if you got confidence in something or a brand, and you're paying an extra 50 or $100 for it, I say go with it for peace of mind. Cause you get you can buy too hard a compound tire that'll last maybe more miles, right? But you're not going to have the grip either, correct? That's how that works, I believe. I'm not an expert, but it makes sense.
Yeah, the American Elite Dunlop tire is for the track is a 6-ply tire in the front. That's where all your wear is on a track is in the middle of the tire, not on the sidewalls.
Yeah.
And so you get a lot of extra grip with it. They seem to shed water good too.
I was just going to put this up quick. We're doing this thing. There we go. Hopefully we'll be redirected over to Mike Ball when we're done. There it is. I haven't seen Mike too much. A little bit this morning. He was in earlier. There we go. And Carrie's got a couple photos here. We had this one up. You want to tell us anything about these, Carrie?
No, it's just a rain race, and
Yeah.
even with rain-specific tires that are made for it,
Yeah.
it's still just a light switch in the rain. That you can dance with it sometimes, but the front you just can't. And
Yeah.
that's just a show-off picture of my SV.
God, that's beautiful, though. That's something I dreamed of being able to do, and you've done that, so that's really awesome. That's a lot of lean, That's a lot of lean. That's where you got less pressure coming down on your tires at that, right? Because all the weight is like, I don't know.
This part of the corner, I'm just off the front brake because I usually would always run the front brake as hard as to the very depth of the corner to get that traction because your tire is not going to grip unless you're braking. and it's
trail
not
braking, whatever they call.
unless, yeah, you have that good suspension. But old Mac wanted to say something.
Yeah, go ahead, Mac.
I was going to say your knee is just inches off the pavement.
Yeah,
And it will touch eventually on that corner because it's such a long sweeper of a corner. But yeah, it was a blast. I loved doing it, but like I never really thought about how quick things could have been turned off while doing it, and that's part of like I'm so scared now, and I think about it almost like, Jesus, why would you have done that? But yet I go back and it's like it was awesome, and I would probably do it again if someone footed the bill. Just throwing that out there. Hey, neighbor Rob's got a free bike out of it, so might as well. You never know who's listening. I'm still willing, ready, and able physically.
All right, 12:53. You guys are going to wrap things up here in just a minute. Depends on more on the weather, temps, moto than daily thing. Yeah,
As far as
there's so much to know and to rely on and count on. Just trying to be careful out there.
How low were your tires when you checked them?
They were, well, the rear was like around maybe, I think 30, 38. And a lot of times I run it on 38 a purpose, but you go up to 40 to 42 in the back, and then the front, I keep it at 36 or 8 too, I think.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
but it's a thin one.
I was always a 30 guy. I just ran 30-30 usually.
30-30 front and back, really?
Yep, on the sport bikes. Yep.
Well, this is my Dyna, my Harley.
Yeah,
so I don't.
Yep. So you're different compounds. And
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah. 30-30 on the track. A lot of times, from what I remember, even 28.
Reason for it, like a heavy rider can get away with soft suspension. I tell you what, riding on my stretched out it's a small rake, so don't get me wrong, but that little tire too. And you're going slow on some of these, like on the interstate, I get pretty much stop. I can stop and go at times, and you get the grooves in there because they're chewing it up, or they're leaving it undone, or it's just a concrete that's shitty. Well, really, you got to tighten your core and really stay just to balance slow. You look like a weeble wobble. And other types of pavement, you have no problem stopping, putting your one foot down to whatever right as you stop. You're not, duck walking or nothing. So the textures and the types of pavements you ride on make a big difference.
My favorite thing to do is when there's a road that has the tar stripes going down it, and the guys have just not recently, but those tar stripes and the cracks, and on a sport bike, if it's long enough, you can get the bike to almost track it and stay with it. And I love doing that. I love riding tar stripes in town, or even on some back roads. It's just a blast. But
that's what I thought.
Softer suspension is always better. Always use all of it. They give you 6 inches of it. Use all of it.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be a little bit easier, but I don't know. Dunlops are really good rubber. Yeah.
Nah, go with the Michelin, the Commanders.
Oh, the Tire Wars.
That's what I got.
You're confident in.
Michelin's,
whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's if you got confidence, that makes a big difference, because I can count on the predictability of what I've been using. If I put something new on and I'm not used to changing a lot of rubbers or tires, different brands, and experimenting and pushing them to limits, I would never be the one to be able to tell you what kind of tire to get. But the way I ride,
I could never get the proper mileage on Dunlop tires.
Yeah.
I got Michelin tires on my truck, and when I went up there to get the brakes put on the truck, the guy said, "Let me show you something." And my tires don't even have any wear on them. They look really, really good. But unfortunately, they are dry rotted. They've been on so many years. Those Michelin tires just will not wear out. But they dry rotted because it sat for many years. Never, I don't drive. It was her truck. I never did drive the thing. But those tires were put on back in 2015, and they still got deep treads on them.
Yes, good morning to you, Derek. I know you just jumped right in. We didn't get a no, no, hey, how you doings or nothing. It's been busy up here for me. This is weird not having Sick Bastard up here too. Like he did check in earlier, you guys, if y'all hadn't seen or was here, and he's doing well and working hard and helping the Forgotten Angels out, which starts what, tomorrow officially?
Wow, yeah.
So Nana says Jim buys car
Yeah.
tires for the back and the trike. Oh, yeah, actual car tires on the trike.
Guys will do that on Gold Wings too.
Yeah, and motorcycles, even your motorcycle people. Remember Ray was talking about doing that?
Yeah, go for it,
some
man.
point?
I did that on my truck. I got Dunlop in the
Yeah.
front. And I think I've got, I don't remember what I put in the back, but they're car tires.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're
Wasn't
Mickey
Heavy
Thompson.
Betty like that too?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had hand cooked 12-inch wide tires on the
Yeah.
back of it.
I could just see you on
I was
that
gonna
thing.
say you
Yeah,
got Mickey Thompson drag slicks on the back. of that
yes,
beast.
the thing was so badass.
Yeah, this thing had 12-inch rims in the back of that old Heavy Betty, and
Yes.
she was a great cornering machine.
I gotta go, you guys. I gotta go, man. It's 2 minutes to 11. We'll
Have a
do
great
the
day,
transfer.
everyone.
I'd like to catch up on your chats. We'll be here again tomorrow. So we'll see. I'll try to look at the chats as we leave on out of here too and holler them out. Love you guys. Peace. Have a great day.
Forgotten Angels is led up by Cindy and David, but what they do is they take the young men and women who have been aged up and out of the foster care system. Now, Keefob, what do you mean by up in the foster care system? Well, the foster care system stops taking care of you once you reach the age of 18. That's what I mean by up, as in you grew up in the foster care system and out of. As in 18, you are no longer a part of it. You are out of it. You are now a legal adult. This should be a time for celebration. You are a foster child that has been aged up and out
For coming
of
by
the
today,
system
Mark.
on your 18th birthday, because on your 18th birthday,
Hey,
your
what
foster
inch up?
parents come to you and they hand you all
It's
of
all
your
right, Derek.
belongings inside of a trash bag, and they tell you to hit the streets, get out on the road, get out
True
of
that,
my
Angel,
house.
that
You are
could
no
be.
longer my problem. Now, this shouldn't be anything
Sure
new from
can.
you, because you are in a foster farming situation.
Wait
You've
till you
seen other
retire.
kids age up and out of this household
Happy
already.
birthday.
You know the deal. You know what's up. You know you are leaving this house never
Ouch.
to come back. And on your 18th birthday, you are homeless. Homeless and
Don't
hopeless,
judge my back.
because your foster parents didn't take care of you. They didn't give you the tools and techniques you need to survive life.
You can find a link.
Have them adjust
to
it when you get it.
Angels
Who
in
knows?
the
I don't know.
description. Find out more about them or
I know.
donate. Also, you
The
can find
American-
the link is Keefob's homepage on his YouTube channel. And
Gee,
same
howdy.
with mine.
Good
Go
Lord,
out
I got
and
way
leave
behind.
service.
So sorry.